What is up, guys, and welcome back to another week here at Bob's Watches. My name is Brittany, aka Watch Gringa, and every couple of weeks, Bob's has like a massive lapse in judgment and lets me post a video on their YouTube channel. I mean, it's still going strong, so... The holidays are coming faster than I'm ready to admit to myself. So today we are talking about the best gift options, watch gift options you could give your significant other. Now, if I was at home watching this, I'd be thinking, best watch options for my significant other? What wage do you think I'm on, Brittany? I work for the Church of England. I don't make very much money. So we're gonna cover a variety of price points because we all at different income levels. And we'll be looking at some masculine options, some more feminine options, and great unisex timepieces as well. The holidays are coming fast and it is time to get shopping, my friends. Actually, while we're on this topic, Bob's Watches is gonna have some Black Friday reductions going on. So it's $100 off when you spend over $2,000. $200 off when you spend over $4,000, and $400 off when you spend $12,000. And if you miss Black Friday, it ain't no thing. Keep an eye out for the Cyber Monday offerings as well. With all that out of the way, let's get into it. I can see you on camera. The only place I wanted to start off this list is with an absolute icon. The Rolex Submariner 116610LV, colloquially named the Hulk. Such a good watch. Get in. Get in! I mean, how can you ever go wrong with the Submariner? And when it comes to the Hulk, it's all about the dial. Big sunburst dial and the way the light catches this watch. Nothing like it. Wearability is unbeatable, so 40mm case sits perfectly on a man's wrist, but also looks really hot on a woman. So modern Submariners have moved up to 41mm, but the 40mm is the classic Submariner size. All your basic dive watch necessities, so unidirectional bezel, 300 meters water resistance, big lume plots, and this one has the Rolex caliber 3135 automatic movement. Another cool thing about the Submariner is it comes with the glide lock clasp. So it's super handy for on-the-fly adjustments, maybe putting over your wetsuit. I'm never putting it over a wetsuit. I am a desk diver. I'm sorry. And if you're like, a Rolex, Brittany, that's not in my budget. Can we please turn your attention to the Oris Aquis? How can you not love this watch? Stainless steel, 300 meters water resistance, a date without the giant cyclops. It's so good. I love this watch. I personally love it on the rubber strap, but you can also totally get one on the bracelet. Available at Bob's Watches for $1,126. You're getting a lot of watch for just over $1,000. Next up, let's keep it sporty, but move over to a chronograph. The Tudor Black Bay Chrono. What a watch! For me, 2021 has been the year of Tudor. They just keep releasing watch after watch that I love. From the new Black Bay 58s to updating their chronograph offerings, Tudor has been spicing up my life and really coming out of the shadows of Big Brother Rolex. Tudor is great for that mid-tier price point and it does not compromise on the specs. So the Black Bay Chrono has a self-winding caliber MT5813 movement, COSC certified, 41mm case in stainless steel, So for me, it's just a wee bit too big. But I think it looks especially good on a larger wrist. And it's not just big, she's got some thickness as well. She's got some heft, coming in at 14.4 millimeters thick. Now that's not always a bad thing, having some thickness as well. I find when a watch wears a little bit thick, a little bit chunkier, it just feels like a sporty watch. It feels like a true tool watch. I always describe the Black Bay chrono as the more sporty, proper tool watch vibe Daytona. I have the Daytona, I love the Daytona. But with the polished center links, and with it being the most expensive watch that I own, I always shy away from wearing it like, I don't know, a bit more rough and tumble. But the Black Bay chrono with the all brush bracelet, the matte tachometer, that's the kind of chrono I would wear rough in like a proper tool watch. The Rolex Cellini. How underappreciated is the Cellini? So if the modern Cellini does not float your boat, the vintage ones have got to. This is the Rolex Cellini 9576 14 karat yellow gold from 1960. Cellini represents the dress watch side of Rolex. The Rolex Cellini line takes its name from the Italian goldsmith and sculptor. I need to look at his name to say it. Benvenuto Cellini. And this watch is so refined. The yellow gold against the black dial, tobacco Rolex alligator strap. It's pure class. It's pure class on the wrist. Now I put this one in the unisex options because this piece is only 33 millimeter, which makes it a perfect dress watch for someone with larger wrists or smaller wrists. I'm feeling wild here. I'm going nuts. We're putting in the Daytona. If you are ready to drop some bucks on your significant other, come on now, Rolex Daytona, let's do it. So we've got the 116500 white dial ceramic bezel. So this one I've put in the unisex category as well because I really think women can pull it off just as easily and just as well as men can. Even though it's a 40 millimeter like the Rolex Submariner, with the short lugs, I dare say it wears a little bit more like a 39 mil. And big wrists and small wrists alike can pull this watch off. The Daytona is possibly the most iconic chronograph, if that's not too cliche to say. It is cliche. I hate myself. But I also think it's one of the most beautifully done watches. So even though it's 40 millimeters, it wears quite thin, especially for a chronograph at 12.2 millimeters thick. This is a watch with heritage style, and it lives somewhere between casual and dressy. Even though it's a sports watch, with the polished center links, I like to describe this watch as like elevated casual. It speaks for itself. Another watch I famously have a really soft spot for in my heart, and it slides perfectly into the unisex watch category, is the Rolex Oyster Perpetual. For this list, I've pulled up the 12600, so the newest version with the Stella dial, yellow, and 36 millimeters. Now there's so many Oyster Perpetuals available at Bob's Watches, and in so many price points varying from $3,500 to $13,000. I think it's quite telling that I chose the most expensive one. Oh, poor husband. I'm an absolute nightmare. So why this one, Gringa? Let me tell you. If 2021 was the year of Tudor, 2020 was won by Rolex introducing the new Stella dial Oyster Perpetuals. I really feel like the fun, funky dials reinvigorated Rolex entry-level watches and made people want OPs again. They received a movement upgrade with the automatic 3230 movement, giving you 70 hours power reserve, and they just ooze sheer joy. The OP comes in a variety of sizes and colors, so you can really never go wrong with an Oyster Perpetual. But I really think I should stop talking about them now because I'm such a fangirl of this watch. And my last video was a whole video dedicated. The whole video was a love letter to how much I love Oyster Perpetuals. I'll shut up. Coming down to the more feminine watches, we need to start with possibly the most elegant watch ever designed, the Cartier Tank. Now, this is another brand I could riff on all day. I'm pretty pleased to tell you guys, I'm in the cult of Cartier. I've joined, I got the membership. I love them. But I really believe Cartier is underrated and often relegated to jewelry watch categories by watch geeks. And that's totally unfair. As if we don't owe the modern men's wristwatch to the Cartier Santos. And although it was not the first modern men's wristwatch like the Cartier Santos, it is still a watch with some rich heritage. So the Tank was created by Louis Cartier in 1917, inspired by the new Renault tanks, which Cartier saw in use, and went into production in 1919 with only 6 pieces being built. Someone's at the door. The Tank today remains a dress watch staple, and in my opinion, everyone needs at least one square or rectangular watch in their collection. I was actually gifted a Cartier Tank for my first wedding anniversary from my lovely husband. Right, James?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy! To me, the Tank oozes elegance, and I could not recommend it enough as a gift for your significant other. Last but not least, we have gone opulent. We've gone precious metal, the Rolex Ladies President 179178. Bosh! This is pure class. 26 millimeters, 18 karat yellow gold, fluted bezel, and of course on the President bracelet. I've actually recently tried on a really similar model in the Ever Rose Gold. I loved it. It was so beautiful. And I forget how much like wrist presence precious metal watch had. Like I put it on my wrist and I was like, oh, okay. Okay, wrist presence. When you wear a watch like this, you just know you have something special on your wrist. I feel like I could see a really elegant girl wearing this to like her office job. She wears a pencil skirt. I don't know, she's elegant, man. But also you could wear it out for cocktails in the evening and it would not be out of place. A reason why I love Rolex as a woman is because they still give us automatic movements even in smaller watches. Almost always, if I was trying on a 26 millimeter watch, I would fully expect to hear the words quartz come out of the salesperson's mouth when talking to me about the movement. And there's nothing wrong with a quartz watch and it has a place in the collection, but also there's something to say for having mechanical timepieces. But Rolex still gives automatic movements even in their smaller timepieces, so mad respect. Okay guys, I need to stop talking. My camera's dying. It is telling me like, it's time, Brett. I could talk about watches all day long. But I'd love to know your opinions, your thoughts, everything on the choices I put in this list. Did you love them? Did you hate them? Did I make some colossal mistakes? I don't know. Tell me in the comments down below. Have you ever received a watch as a present or given one? Tell us your stories. We'd love to know. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Bob's Watches. If you've survived all the way through this video, I'm the worst of the content. So subscribe. It only gets better from here. And until next time, guys, happy shopping, and we'll see you then.